Good day. It's nice to see you. Happy Gospel of Mark, 5 minutes at a time. Here we are together again. I'm glad we're in chapter 9, verse 38. We're going to read it through the rest of this chapter. And as we do, I want you to think about your body. I want you to think about this body, because what Jesus is going to sort of orient us toward here is idolatry of the body. Hold that in mind as I read through the text. Read with me if you like. John said to Jesus, "Teacher, we saw someone casting out demons in your name, and we tried to stop him because he was not following us." Jesus said, "Do not stop him, for no one who does a deed of power in my name will be able soon afterward to speak evil of me. Whoever is not against us is for us. For truly I tell you, whoever gives you a cup of water to drink because you bear the name of Christ will by no means lose their reward. If any of you put a stumbling block before one of these little ones who believe in me, it would be better for you if a great millstone were hung around your neck and you were thrown into the sea. If your hand causes you to stumble, cut it off. It is better for you to enter life maimed than to have two hands and to go to hell, to the unquenchable fire. And if your foot causes you to stumble, cut it off. It is better for you to enter life lame than to have 2 feet and to be thrown into hell. And if your eye causes you to stumble, tear it out, because it is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with 1 eye than to have 2 eyes and be thrown into hell, where their worms never die and the fires never quenched. For anyone who will be salted with fire, for everyone will be salted with fire. Salt is good, but if salt has lost its saltiness, how can you season it? Have salt in yourself and be at peace with one another." Oh, that's so interesting. Salt is a seasoning. Salt, its job is to be seasoning for food and a preservative for food, as it was back in that time. And so it can't become itself by something outside coming upon it. If it's not salt anymore, it can't become salt by adding sugar, pepper, or something else, right? If it loses itself, it can't find itself by doing something else. And that wanders us back into temptations, calling people out of themselves for our own best interest. And Jesus says, don't do that. Don't put a stumbling block in front of somebody else, calling them away from their saltiness to something you think is valuable, right? Honor them as they are. Because if you don't, it's better to put a millstone around your neck. Jump into the water, right? You want to get out of the way of getting in the way of somebody else's kingdom of God, destiny, or purpose, or providence. And then he goes on to say that providence isn't limited by the space in which we live. That providence is not limited by the power and capacity of our body. This body is the holding position for our heart. Right? This body only has one job: to do our heart's desire. We are in charge of our body. Now, where we get wrong with the body in our culture right now in America is too often about this, right? We turn our body into an idol. We try to craft it and take care of it, or we give it whatever it wants, or we feed it whatever it wants, or we seek its desire to be bigger and stronger, or skinnier and smaller. We adorn it, right? And we can all of a sudden create a life around the idolatry of the body. We put the body at the center. And when the body is at the center, we are destined for disappointment. I promise. Because we compare our body to other bodies and we despair. But also, even if our body is crafted and chiseled and organized and trained exactly like we want the body to be, it will diminish unto itself. It's called getting old, right? And that's okay, right? That is okay, because our body is only here right now to do the things that our heart desires. And our heart, of course, that's the center of our being, right, where all the decisions are made. It tells our body what to do and how to help and who to care for, and not to put a stumbling block right over here, and to help the child right over there, to give somebody a drink or to receive a drink, to build relationship. And so my question to you today is about your body. How is your body the center of your life? How can you move it out of the center and make Jesus the center of your life, and your body just an instrument to carry out the will of God through the gifts and skills that Jesus has given you? So consider your body. Take inventory of how you treat your body, how you think about your body, the idolatry of the body, and how its fullness and completeness is not the point. That's what Jesus is saying about the eye and the foot and the hand. The fullness and completeness is always the heart, and the body is just an agent for a period of time. Something to think about. Peace upon your soul.